The Clippers can do whatever the hell they want, but I'm not going to trust them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
What should Brooklyn do with Kyrie Irving though? Like we're talking about all the who won the trade, which team came out better, are the Nets the favorites? But what should Brooklyn do with Kyrie Irving since we haven't seen him play yet, and we don't know? There's too many what ifs with the chemistry. What should Kyrie's fate be, Perry?
So I played 2K and I tried to figure out a way to make this work. And I think this really is dependent on what Steve Nash can give me. If Steve Nash is the coach that we all think he could be, he figures out a way to make this work. I see it working somewhat through a 7 seconds or less offense to give them a couple more touches, a couple extra possessions. And maybe if they trade for PJ Tucker and a couple other defensive fours who can kind of hold down the fort, or defensive fives who can kind of hold down the fort, you're in a better position. Do I think they should trade Kyrie? Not now, but at the end of the season, if it doesn't work or if I don't go to the finals, and I think Kyrie's fingerprints are responsible for me not going to the finals, because not going to the finals is the biggest loss for the Nets. Like, essentially, you don't mortgage your future to just give away the house. You have to do something. And I need to see what Kyrie can produce, because you cannot be this. Sorry, Kyrie. I love watching you play, but I need to see what you can produce when you get inserted into the situation. I personally think that great players adapt. That's what makes players great. And with the Kyrie Irving situation and James Harden, we're going to see how great they really are. And Steve Nash as well. Steve Nash needs to be on the hot seat for this one. And the pressure is also on Durant. Durant needs to be a leader. He left OKC because of Westbrook's domineering personality and a lack of help. He left the Warriors because he wanted his own team. Now you have your own team.
Jalen, what should be done with Kyrie?
I'd actually like Mukhtar to go first because my I'm I want to hear Mukhtar's take.
Yeah, Mukhtar, the floor is yours.
To quote, I'm taking a page out of Perry's book, but to quote the great Matt Barnes, I'm trading Kyrie and his bullshit and getting depth. It's simple. I have James Harden, I have Kevin Durant. I have a great creator. Like, James Harden is a very, very good creator. I don't know where this narrative came that he's selfish. Well, he was averaging 30 in the last 4 years because he had to, but I don't know where this narrative came that he's selfish. He used to lead the league in assists. Like, this guy's he's a class assist man and head man. So I don't need Kyrie. At this point, what I would do, fired up my good boys at ESPN. They got this nice little trade machine, right? So, I have to go fire this trade machine, GM Muck. You know what I'm saying? So, and this trade was successful, so it could happen. So, Sean Marks, you hear me, huh? Spurs boys, huh? All right. So look, hear me out. I know Kyrie and KD are best friends, and you can't break that bond. It's a very good bond. So we'll keep them in the same city, all right? Trade them to New York, to the Knicks, all right? So it's okay. They can still be best friends, still across the street.
That is
good.
the equivalent
Anyway,
to death row.
hold on.
That is the
Hold on,
equivalent.
Let the man finish. I actually know where this is going.
This trade works. Kyrie's salary is $31,742,000 for the next 4 years. And I'm trading Kyrie for a combination of Julius Randle, which is $18 million a year, who's giving me 22, 11, and 7 this year. Man-child. Kevin Knox, Emmanuel Quickly, and Mitchell Robinson. And all those guys combined for $27 million. So I'd be good. So, like the great Matt Barnes said, I'm trading Kyrie and his bullshit.
Yo, Jalen, do I let Perry go, or are you ready to speak?
I'm very curious about this question from Perry.
Yeah, Perry, go.
So if the problem we have is the fit, explain to me in what world Julius Randle fits in with Kevin Durant and James Harden.
Very simple.
Take
He
your
could be my
time.
small ball five. Give me my small ball five. He's very effective. He could
The
stretch the floor.
confidence of Mukhtar right now
He
is
plays
through
defense.
the roof.
Hold
Yeah.
on. He plays defense. I'm also acquiring Kevin Knox, who is a very, very good wing. He was a lottery pick a couple years ago. He is actually a very good wing. He just turned 21 years old. He's still very young, still blossoming. He's having a good year this year. I'm also getting Emmanuel quickly, who's a very, very good pickup. He was first round draft pick last year from the Big Blue,
Big
Big
Blue.
Blue Nation. All right. Very good point guard. Seems that he's been able to adapt to the speed of the NBA and he's actually thriving, which the Knicks actually have a good record. They're just under 500, 7-8. And Mitchell Robinson, who is an elite rim protector, and I think better rim protector than Rudy Gobert. He can rebound the basketball. He can stretch the floor. He can actually shoot the ball, and he's a very mobile big. He'll run the floor with me. So I solve my rim protecting issues. I get another small ball four who could be a small ball five if I want him to. I get another wing and I get a backup point guard. All I gotta do is get rid of Kyrie's bitch ass. It's easy.
So what do you do with DeAndre Jordan?
Let him rot on the bench.
Wave him.
Wave him.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the Julius Randle is the only piece I'm curious to see in terms of their fit. Kevin Knox, I don't know why I would trade for him because if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I'm looking for specialists. I need someone who can
Kevin Knox is a
3 and D.
specialist though.
What can you do?
Shoot.
He can shoot the damn ball.
Literally the only thing you can do.
I'm taking him as a shooter. I think I would trade him to the Spurs. I would get DeRozan and maybe a Marco Bellinelli. DeRozan, he can come off my bench.
Okay, you know what? Forget about it. J-Lo, let's hear your take, bro. We've been waiting. We gave you our opinions. It's your
Yo,
turn, bro.
that was okay. Yeah, for me, I gotta get rid of Kyrie. I think he's too much work, um, for very little reward right now. In terms of his ceiling right now, for me in the pecking order is the third option, um, which I don't think he'll be okay with. So it makes more sense for me to trade him. And the one person that has to be on the Brooklyn Nets radar, who I think would fit seamlessly in um, that roster, is Kyle Lowry. It's very unlikely that the Raptors and Masai Ujiri takes Kyrie in return for
Or
Kyle
help the
Lowry.
Nets.
Yeah, or help a rival, a direct rival, a divisional rival.
Yeah.
Um, but Kyle Lowry is the first place I'm looking. I'm seeing what they want for Kyle Lowry, and if the money works, and if I'm not giving up too much, um, then for me, I'm pulling the plug because Kyle Lowry is a very good utility player. And those who know me know that I was not very big on Kyle Lowry. I used to call him Butterball Turkey in his early Raptor years. Um, but Kyle Lowry, man, he's such a good leader. He's low maintenance. He plays hard. He can defend, shoot the basketball at a high rate, and he doesn't need a lot of shots. He'll take shots when necessary, but he doesn't need a lot of shots. So for me, Kyle Lowry is the best option. The reason I don't like your Knicks trade, Mukhtar, the only is because I don't see the Knicks giving up Emmanuel quickly. I really don't see it. For me, he's too valuable right now for me
For
to give
Kyrie?
up for Kyrie Irving. Yeah, 100%. 100. I'm not giving up Emmanuel quickly for Kyrie Irving. What do I get with Kyrie Irving? What did he do with Cleveland when it was just him and bums? That's what I have right now on the Knicks.
That's
I
true,
have
but now it's
bums.
time to go prove himself. This guy has all this big talk. He's a winner and shit.
But he's
Prove
not.
yourself.
He's not motivated. Like right now, he's not motivated. So for me, I don't think I can.
Yeah.
Like the Knicks are in a position where they're they're not awful.
They're not.
That's true.
They're not awful right now.
That's
They're
true.
not.
Like when's the
They're
last time you said that
mediocre.
about the Knicks? Right?
They're
They're
actually
a
mediocre.
decent team. They look like
That
they
was
Mediocre.
actually
they played
take that as a
basketball
compliment.
before. They no, but like they look like they played basketball before for the first time in God knows how long, right? So for
Thibodeau,
me,
Tom Thibodeau.
so for me, why bring in Kyrie? Who, if it was Russell Westbrook, I would understand because Russell Westbrook's motivated to, get back to the level he was, so on and so forth, or another player like that. but Kyrie doesn't look motivated. It looks like he doesn't want to play basketball no more. So for me, I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't give Emmanuel quickly to taking Kyrie
It looks
I
like
wouldn't
he
even
doesn't
give
wanna
up
play
Julius
basketball on the
Randle.
court.
on the court. No, sorry, off the court. His antics off the court.
But
I
I'm
don't-
It
saying
looks
if
like
we can-
basketball
if we
isn't
can-
his focus. Is my point.
If we can get Kyrie to play, I think he's top 5 at his position.
If
What?
you
If
keep hitting me with ifs today, bro.
100%.
yeah, but like the thing is like we said, the Knicks. I don't think the Knicks are awful, and I think if they build properly, but it's the Knicks, so like it's hard. The Knicks could be like in a playoff team in the East, like I'm talking like 8th seed. But like I don't see like Emmanuel quickly. I wouldn't trade him. I don't even know if I would trade Julius Randle with the numbers he's putting up. The man's like a double right now.
Bro.
You
If
know,
I could trade Kyrie for all those
Vito.
guys combined,
No,
I would do
yeah.
it so quickly.
Yeah, I would do it, but like, it goes back to the thing like he's not going to be motivated to play with the Knicks. You know what I mean? And I agree with JLo on that point. He's not going to be motivated to play with the Knicks. So why would I give up something that is building nicely in New York for once for a man who's probably not going to be motivated? You know what I mean?
That is a phenomenal take, Dina, but the people don't come for you. Mediate.
That is so rude, bro. Oh my god, I can't take it,
This
bro.
coming from the
take it,
same
bro.
man who I remember one of our pre-show meetings. This man's like, "Yo, don't be afraid to throw in your opinion and stuff." I come in
Bina,
with
don't
one
let him
of the
disrespect
smartest
you, dog.
things.
You gotta throw hands. Bina.
Yo,
Bina, throw hands.
Dina, the only reason I said that is because JLo told me to.
I never said no. He said, "Do I punk Bina?" And I said, "Of course." What am I?
J-Lo
What do you
told
want
him
me
to
to
jump
say,
off a
bro?
mountain tomorrow, so he's gonna do it too.
hey, yo, Mukhtar's coming in hot, eh? No, but Muk, like the thing about your trade that I will say is that I think Brooklyn needs a bit more depth. I think the loss of Karis LeVert is something that I wanted to bring up when Jalen was talking about him. That's a huge loss to their depth. And Spencer Dinwiddie just being injured is a loss to their depth. And you guys made a good point. I think it was you and JLo who said they have Durant, they have James Harden, they have a good front core, but where does it go after that? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And if you look at a team like the Lakers, and Mukhtar, you've said this time and time again, the reason why you think the Lakers are the favorites is because they have depth. Montrezl Harrell, Dennis Schroeder, even like here and there Kyle Kuzma, like when he shows up. But but like, you know what I mean? Like I think if
Okay.
the Nets can add some more pieces for depth, I think then we can say that they could probably compete with the Lakers. But I don't see it right now.